Before we get into it, please like, subscribe, and if you need any gear for your ride, use the link in the description to check out Jensen USA. It supports the channel and they have a huge inventory for you to choose from. This is the Evil Epocalypse. I got the XT build today. It's got that Shimano EP8 motor, Super Deluxe coil, ultimate, including that hydraulic bottom mount, and a Zeb ultimate. So you get all the adjustability. Some Industry 9 wheels as usual from Evil. This one's spec'd with some Minion DHF max grip, both front and rear, which, if you can see today, not a bad choice. Another bike yoke dropper, an Evil cockpit. Big fan of these XT brakes. Just a very complete package. All right, we are out here today on the Evil Epocalypse. And it is a wet Pacific Northwest day for sure. Climbing up for the second lap, checking out the eco mode, which still offers plenty of boost, just not boosted. And this is a fairly technical climb compared to a lot of stuff around here. We got Blake walking his e-bike. Probably just doesn't have as much traction as this Evil. And man, it feels super efficient, but when things get gnarly, it goes. It is a big bike, a bit cumbersome, but on the climbs it's not super noticeable as long as you got that e-bike support. Overall climbing impressions, it's got a motor, it goes up fast compared to the mid-power e-bike I've been riding. Oh man, that part's sweet. It's surprisingly nimble still, even on the techie stuff, and the newer tuning that the Shimano motor has compared to some of the older ones I've ridden is very good. Tends to support a little bit more after you let off the pedals, which helps on technical stuff, but not so much that you shoot out of a corner when you try to get a good switchback. Traction is there plus. And efficiency feels really good. Who knows? It's hard to say when you got 85 Newton meters or whatever pushing, but felt really good to me. A quick look at the Geo. I was a bit concerned with the climbing position, specifically the rather slack 74.8 or 75.6 seat tube angle. That was quickly alleviated when I hit a few super steep climbs. I would probably attribute that to the weight of the battery keeping the front end planted. Otherwise, the reach is in my personal sweet spot at 468 or 475, and the stack is nice and high at 647 or 651. We should probably talk about some Ebike Specifics. This thing is rocking up to 85 Newton meters out of that Shimano EP8 motor, with 3 levels of assistance that are easily modifiable with Shimano's eTube mobile app. It's packing 650 watt hours in the down tube, and that's easily swappable if you have a spare battery at home.
It's gonna be spicy.
Oh, it's gonna be perfect.
Perfect for spicy. It's great.
Overall, this is a pretty good looking bike, but it's not gonna be mistaken for anything other than an e-bike. Well, this looks familiar. I didn't know I was gonna be riding the trail from the website.
Nice work.
Phew.
Strong work, Mr. Stevens.
Definitely was not this.
It looked a little bouncy.
Yeah, definitely. This is not set up quite as good as I would like it to be.
Well,
All right, so as far as the fun stuff goes, full-size e-bikes tend to ride, you know, a certain way. A lot of momentum, a lot of mass keeping you straight, which is a good thing. A lot of times, though, that mass is a little bit hard to control, especially when things get slower. But I think in large part because of how good the suspension is, it's not the detriment it always can be. Especially right off the bat, I notice that traditional e-bike feel, but you know, for a little bit more time. Woo, and relatively spicy moves. I also noticed that traction. But speed like this, the weight is not as much of an issue.
So who's this bike for? Well, anyone looking for a long travel full power e-bike will not be disappointed. The evolution of e-bike motors has been huge and Shimano is definitely up there. I would also contend that if you're in the market for a full power e-bike and not looking for this much travel, you're blowing it. If you're going to lug around this much weight, why not have this much capability? Thanks to the motor, things feel pretty light on flatter trails. You also get a very moto-like position with the high front end, so feel free to get foot out, flat out in every turn.
I think we got some snow maybe.
If you want an e-bike that's complete from the factory floor, the Apocalypse has you covered.
So here's an optional roll.
Final thoughts. Evil's Delta suspension is a great complement to an e-bike. Having the motor and battery as well as the suspension positioned so low keeps things from feeling as cumbersome as some e-bikes. At speed, this bike remains playful, at least for an e-bike. Again, I'm stoked to see Evil speccing quality suspension on all their bikes, and the weight of an e-bike definitely needs it. The forked performance out of my buddy's e-bike was unfortunate, and a very pricey thing to upgrade. Riding an e-bike like this really makes you think what your dream bike garage looks like. Full power or lightweight e-bike? DJ or DH bike? These are all questions you'll have to answer for yourself. The Apocalypse is exactly what a full power e-bike should be. If you're looking to shuttle yourself or just more laps, go get it.
I think we know where we're going. Experts only.
Oh, I see what it's doing. It's saying go this way.
Thanks for watching and check out Jensen USA for all your gear needs.